Hello my dear children, we have completed our first 5 chapters, isn't it? Today we'll learn about decimals. It is closely related to fractions, and decimals is chapter number 6. Children, what you see here is the mind map for our video. So under decimals, we would learn about decimal fractions, the place value chart of decimals, like and unlike decimals, representing decimals on a number line, comparison of decimals, conversion of decimals into fractions, and also conversion of fractions into decimals, addition and subtraction of decimals, and also the real life examples of decimals. In the previous grade, you have learnt about decimals, isn't it? How many parts does a decimal number has? It has 2 parts. What are they? The decimal part and whole number part. Here I have an example, 53.7. Here, which is the whole number part? Yes, 53 is the whole number part. So this is the whole number part, and the digits after the decimal point is the decimal part, and this point is called as decimal point. Okay, I have a tin here. It has sugar-free multigrain cookies in it. Here they have given ingredients, the barcode, and the nutritional information is also given. Protein 6.0 gram, total fat 21.6 gram, saturated fat 13.0 gram, sugar 0.0 gram, calcium 65 milligram, vitamin B12 0.2 milligram, etc. All these values are in decimals. Take some food products and check for nutritional information. Okay, so we saw the nutritional information were given in decimals, isn't it? So if you take any food products, you can find the nutritional information. Even in scientific experiments, to take some amount of acid or any other solution, we take in decimals. Even a small value in the decimal part may lead to explosion. So by this, we can understand the importance of decimals in our day-to-day life. Have you heard about decimal fractions? Fractions in which the denominators are 10, 100, 1000, etc. are called as decimal fractions. Now let's learn how to write decimal numbers using these fractions. Here I have some examples: 2 by 10, 25 by 100, 75 by 1000. All these are examples of decimal fractions. Under decimal fractions, we would learn about tens, hundreds, and thousands. So what is tens? Decimal fractions that have 10 as denominator is called as tens. For example, 1 by 10, 5 by 10, etc. I have a rectangular strip here, okay, and there are 10 equal parts in it, and one among them is shaded. So 1 by 10 or 1/10 of the strip is shaded. So we can represent this 1 by 10 in decimal as 0.1. Since there is 1 0 here, put a point after one number. Here we have 5 by 10. How to represent it in decimals? As 0.5. So 5 by 10 is equal to 0.5 and 1 by 10 is equal to 0.1. So you understood what tens is. So it would be easier to understand hundreds and thousands. So what is hundreds? Decimals, fractions that have 100 as the denominator is called as hundreds. I have an example here, 1 by 100. How to express it in decimals? Write the numerator here, and here we have 2 zeros. So after 2 digits we have to place the point. So if you place a 0 here, there is no change. 0, 1 is equal to 1. Now we got 2 digits. So we can place the point here and put 0 here. So this is read as 0.01. One more example, 40 by 100. So write the numerator. Already there are 2 digits and 2 zeros. So we had to place the point after 2 digits. Place the point and put 0 here, and we can read this as 0.40 or 0.4. There is no value for 0 after the decimal point and the decimal part of the numbers. Here, and next topic is thousands. Decimal fractions that has 1000 as the denominator is called as thousands. Here I have an example, 1 by 1000. So there are 3 zeros in thousands, right? So what to do? Write the numerator. Now there are 2 digits. Now 3 digits. So place the point here. So 1 by 1000 can be written as 0.001. Okay? And one more example, 25 by 1000. Here 25 has 2 digits. 1000 has 3 0 in it. So after 3 digits we have to place the point. So place the point 0 here and point. So this is read as 0.025, and this 0 has value. Remember it, okay? We have learned Indian and international place value chart, isn't it? Do you remember? Now let's learn decimal place value chart. So we have a decimal point in the middle, and towards this side we have tens first, then hundreds, then thousands. So we represent tens as 1 by 10 and hundreds as 1 by 100 and thousands as 1 by 1000. And towards this side of the decimal point, that is the whole number part, we have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands and so on. So here the value increases by 10 times when we move from this side to this side, and here the value decreases by 1 by 10 times. Okay, I have an example here. 35.47. You should not read it as 47. Okay. After the point, we have to read as numbers. 0.47. So let's see the place value of all these digits. So what is the place value of 3? 3 is in tens place. So multiply 3 by 10. So we get 30. So place value of 3 is 30. Now place value of 5. 5 is in ones place. So 5 into 1 is 5. And after point we have 4. 4 is in tens place. So multiply 4 by 1 by 10. So we get 4 by 10. What is 4 by 10 equal to? 4 by 10 is 0.4. And next we have 7. 7 is in hundreds place. So we have to multiply 7 by 1 by 100. So when you multiply 7 by 1 by 100, we get 7 by 100, which is equal to 0.07. Okay, so these are the place values of the given number. So you have learned expanded form of a whole number, right? Now let's learn the expanded form of a decimal number. I have a question here to expand 456.79. So we have learned the place values of all this, right? So the 6 is in ones place, 5 in tens, and 4 in hundreds place, and 7 is in tenths place, and 9 in hundredths place. Okay, so for this, when you expand, we can write it as 400 plus 50 plus 6 plus 7 by 10 plus 9 by 100. Okay, and all these numbers as it is, and 7 by 10 in decimals we can write as 0.7. We can write as 0.7, and 9 by 100 we can write as 0.09. Okay, so let's see what is equivalent decimals. The decimals we can write like this. Then we say all these are equivalent decimals. So what is it? If you insert a 0 after the decimal part of a number, it doesn't change the value. Here I have 0.5. This is equal to 0.50. So when you place a 0 near 5, it doesn't change the value. And this is equal to 0.5000. So all these are equivalent decimals. What about like decimals? Like decimals are decimals in which they have equal number of decimal places. So here I have 3.81. There are 2 digits here. 17.92. After the decimal point, we have 2 decimal places. So both these are like decimals because the decimal places are same. What about unlike decimals? When you have different decimal places, then those decimal numbers are unlike decimals. For example, 7.08, 7.9, 53.725. Here there are 3 decimal places, here 1, here 2. So all these are unlike decimals. So we learned about like decimals and unlike decimals. So how to convert unlike decimals to like decimals? I have two decimal numbers here, 32.5 and 8.235. So now I am going to make both these unlike decimals to like decimals. How to do that? We have to add one or more zeros to the decimal part. So here we have 3 digits in the decimal part, isn't it? Here we have only 1. So if you add 2 zeros near 5, now there are 3 decimal places, isn't it? 500. Here the number is 8.235. Now you see both are having equal decimal places. So now I have converted the unlike decimal into like decimals. Okay? Children, we learn to represent whole numbers, integers and fractions on a number line. How to represent decimals on a number line? To represent decimals, first look at the question. Here it is 0.3. So this is a value or a number which come in between 0 and 1. So draw a straight line and mark 10 equal divisions in it. Okay? So each point denotes 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, etc. So this is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 up to 0.9 and then 1. So here the question is 0.3. Now mark that particular point clearly. So this is how to represent a decimal number. When you get a question, look at the number and see the number comes in between which numbers. Okay? And then mark the points clearly. Now let's learn how to compare two decimal numbers. So when you get a question with two decimal numbers, look at the whole number part. So the one with greater whole number part will be the greatest decimal number among them. Okay? But when you have two decimal numbers with same whole number part, what to do? First, we have to make both the numbers as like decimals. So here I have 7.45 with 2 decimal places, 7.456 with 3 decimal places. So let's make 7.45 as 7.450. Both are equivalent. Now we have two like decimals. So start checking from the whole number part. Both are equal. Next, 4 are same. 5 the same. And next, when we see 0 and 6, there is a difference. 0 is less than 6. So we can conclude that 7.45 is less than 7.456. Okay? So you have learned to compare So when you get questions to make the decimal numbers in ascending or descending order, you can easily solve it. Okay? In the beginning of the video, I told that there is a relation between decimals and fractions, right? So now let's learn how to convert decimals into fractions. I have a decimal number here, 23.7. Now how to convert this into fractions? First, for fractions we need numerator and denominator, right? So in the place of numerator, we have to write this number without the decimal point. So write 237. Okay, by, and next step is, see, we have only one digit in the decimal part. So the denominator, we have to write 1 followed by 1 0. If there were 2 digits, then you should have written by 100. For 3 digits, you should write by 1000. Okay. Now we have 237 by 10. This is a fraction. So let's convert this to mixed fraction. So when you convert, we get 23/7 by 10. This is the mixed form. Okay. So 23.7 we can write in terms of fraction as 23/7 by 10. Now let's see how to convert fractions into decimals. So this process is very easy. Here I have a question, 45,789 by 100. So the first step is write the numerator, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Second step is look at the denominator and see how many zeros are there. Here there are 2 zeros. So we have to place the point after 2 digits from this side. Okay. So for 45,789 by 100 is equal to 457.89. Got it? So we saw an example in which the denominator was a multiple of 10. So when you get questions in which the denominators are not the multiple of 10, then what to do? We have to convert the fraction in such a way that we get the denominator as 10. So here I have 35 by 5. So how to make the denominator as 10? Yes, if you multiply 2 here, we get denominator as 10. So when you multiply denominator by 2, we should multiply numerator also by 2. That is what equivalent fraction is. So now I got 35 into 2 by 5 into 2. What is 35 into 2? It is 70. 5 into 2 is 10. Now 70 by 10 is 7. We did not get any decimal number. Let's see another example. 33 by 25. Okay. Now let's convert this denominator to a multiple of 10. So 25 into 4 is 100. 100 is a multiple of 10. So let me multiply both numerator and denominator by 4. So what is 33 into 4? 4 3s are 12. We get 1 carry, and again 4 3s are 12 plus 1, 13. 132 by 25 into 4 is 100. Now there are 2 zeros, so write the numerator and place the point after 2 digits. So we get 1.32 as the answer. Let's see how to add and subtract decimal numbers. First, let's move on to addition. Here I have 567.8 plus 234.659 plus 345.24. How to add? First, place the numbers in this form and then convert the unlike decimals to like decimals. Here there are 3 decimal places. So you place a 0 near this number. So both these have become like decimals now, and similarly the other number also. And make sure the point come in a line. And now let's add. So when you add all this, 0 plus 9 plus 0, we get 9. And when you add 5 plus 4, we get 9. And then you add 8 plus 6 plus 2, we get 16. Write 6 here and 1 as carry and place the point. Okay? And next, as usual, add all this. 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 plus 5 is 17. So write 7 here and 1 as carry. Now 6 plus 1 is 7, 7 plus 3 is 10, 10 plus 4 is 14. Write 4 here and 1 as carry. Now 5 plus 1 6, 6 plus 2 8, 8 plus 3 11. So the sum is 1147.699. So let's see how to subtract two numbers. So here I have a question. Subtract 15.3 from 96.85. So as we did in addition, first make both the decimals as like decimals. So place a 0 near 3 and now both have become like decimals. Now as usual we subtract. Let us do. 5 minus 0 is 5. 8 minus 3 is 5. And place the point in a line. And 6 minus 5 is 1. And 9 minus 1 is 8. So the difference is 81.55. Let's move on to a last topic, that is decimals in real life. So first let's see how to convert decimals in money. So I have a question here. Convert 25 paise into rupees. So we know that 100 paise is equal to rupees 1. So 1 paise will be equal to rupees 1 by 100. What you have to do is take this digit to the denominator here. When you take a number from this side to the other side of equal to, place it in the denominator. So 1 paise is equal to rupees 1 by 100. If 1 paise is this much, then 25 paise will be equal to rupees 25 by 100. So 25 by 100 we can convert to decimal as 0.25. So 25 paise in rupees we can tell as rupees 0.25. Now let's see decimals in measurement. The first chapter we have learnt measurement of length, mass and capacity, right? So I'll show you some examples in which we can convert a fraction into decimals. So we know that 1000 meter is equal to 1 kilometer, isn't it? So what is 1 meter equal to? How can we represent 1 meter in terms of kilometer? 1 meter is equal to 1 by 1000 kilometer. Take this 1000 and place in the denominator. And now 1 by 1000 can be written as 0.001 kilometer. Okay? So 1000 meter is equal to 0.001 kilometer. And another example, we know 1000 milligram is equal to 1 gram. How to represent in decimals? We can write 1 milligram as 1 by 1000 gram. 1 by 1000 can be written as 0.001 gram. So 1000 milligram is equal to 0.001 gram. So similarly, when you get any questions like this, we can easily convert it into decimals. Let's move on to word problems related to decimals. I have an interesting question here. The cost of a school bag is given as rupees 524.15 and the cost of a geometry box is given as rupees 128.45. The question is to find the total cost of the items. So, when you solve, first write the cost of school bag as given. It is rupees 524.15 and cost of geometry box is given as rupees 128.45. To find the total cost, we have to add both the values. So, when you add, remember to place the point in a line, okay? And now let's start to add. So 5 plus 5 is 10. Place 0 here and 1 as carry. Now add 1 plus 1 is 2, 2 plus 4 is 6. Write 6 here and place the point. Now add 4 plus 8 is 12. Write 2 here and 1 as carry. Now when you add, we get 5. 5 plus 1 is 6. So the total cost of the items, that is total cost of school bag and the geometry boards, is rupees 652.60. Okay, so children, In this video, we learned about decimals. What all did we learn? We learned decimal fractions, the place value chart of decimals, like and unlike decimals, and we learned to represent decimals on a number line, and comparison of decimals, and we also learned conversion of decimals into fractions and vice versa. And we learned addition and subtraction of decimals, and we learned the real life examples related to decimals. So children, take any food products and find the nutritional information in it and add all the values and see. Okay? So take care. Bye.